And we're back for another episode of Bell to Bell presented by Jackpot City Casinos. Guys, check out jackpotcitycasinos.com. Play some bets, have some fun, play some. This is how you know we're recording in a little bit earlier in the day because I can't speak. Play some roulette and do the thing. I'm back here with the Rain City Toys. RV, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic Justner, here for Bell to Bell. We're going to recap a little bit of Raw, a little bit of SmackDown. A lot of big things happened this week. But
finally,
make sure you guys
on TV we get to see something big.
On TV.
About time.
They did some stuff that we predicted was going to happen. But that being said, jackpotcitycasinos.com. Go to the website, download the app, play some slots, have some fun. And we'll play some games on here too while we're talking right now. But that all being said, I think we should talk about the thing that we thought wasn't going to happen, that happened, and is now a thing. Drew
We've been
McIntyre.
venting about it for months.
I hate long babyface runs. I wanted something to be shaken up and tossed. I don't even know what I'm saying. Big things happen. Obviously, something we wanted for a minute was something like, the Cody Rhodes reign was starting to get a little stale. It was getting a little redundant. The idea that he was just going to keep retaining after every challenge made anything he was doing kind of boring. And this is going all the way back to War Games where we're like, I don't know, I forgot that Cody's a champion. Like, what is he doing over there? He feels weird even being in this match. Then they had him feuding with Drew for the last 4 or 5 months, and it's just kind of been like, yeah, but we don't believe Drew's gonna win. And then
we had none of that.
And behold,
they did it. They changed it, right? What we wanted for months, and there's nothing wrong with having a champion that's going back and forth trying to chase the title. And that's all we've been venting for, right? For the last maybe months now. But I am still surprised that he won it on SmackDown and it wasn't on a PLE. But I mean it was also exciting that it makes me want to tune in more to these shows.
That for sure. And then also it was a big deal that it was in Germany. It was a European tour show.
Yeah, what a crowd.
SmackDown just went back to 3 hours for the last couple of weeks. They booked it like a PLE match, it being 3 stages of hell. Like it was a big stipulation match. What a crowd. Exactly. The European crowds have always been tremendous. Like we just had Bailey on Raw making the fans sing for like the European crowds are always great.
Yeah.
So it felt like PLE. It felt like a big deal.
So you tell me this, obviously before he took off his mask, who did you think it was that came out?
I didn't know, but I really was like, oh, we're doing this masked man thing again because we just did it with Austin Theory. And I don't, initially for some reason, like right off the bat, I'm like, oh, this is someone to screw over Cody Rhodes. Like this is someone that's gonna, but then, yeah, I don't know if I think it happened too fast for me to really have a prediction of who. I don't think I really even, if I can be fully transparent, sat there and was like, oh, it's this person. Like I didn't know.
Okay, I thought it was Sammy.
Oh,
for some
okay.
reason. Right away, I thought it was going to be Sammy because, he's been talking about the world title shot and wanting to be champion. And for some reason, I'm like, oh shit, Sammy's here to screw over Cody. But then he started attacking Drew and then my heart sank again. I'm like, man, another week gone with Cody being champion. And then when Drew snuck out, that was amazing.
I felt the same way when he attacked Drew. I was like, oh crap, this is how Cody retains. This is so dumb. Like, here we are, Super Cena era for Cody. He beats all your favorite bad guys. I'm not a super, like, I've never, obviously,
it's not like another God mode. People say God mode, now Super Cena.
I thought like that's what they're trying to build Cody to be a new face of the company and they're going to Super Cena him. They did the same thing with Roman Reigns where all your best heels just get defeated by the guy at the end of the day. And it's just like, I didn't want that to be the same thing here. I heard through the grapevine, I might be wrong, that, and it might just be a rumor. It might not even be actually true. Like we'll see on a season of Unreal or something, but like even then they could be telling us half truths. But I heard that Cody was also very adamant of like, hey, we need to like do something here. Like we need to shake things up, put the title on Drew. Like let's give these guys something they're not expecting. And then there's word coming from like places like Fightful and stuff where they're saying like, no, most of the locker room was very happy for Drew that like they made this decision and that they went with this because I think even they kind of felt like, hey, like I don't know, like this era is not about one guy being the champion, beating everybody. Eventually, the fans were going to turn on Cody if this kept going on. And to be fair, the Berlin crowd was booing Cody Rhodes and cheering Drew McIntyre. Like the right decision to do it there too in Europe because they wanted the European boy to win. But yeah, I'm glad it happened. There's also part of me that was like, okay, like Cody's gonna win with this mask, man. It's gonna start Drew into a new feud. I'm like, please don't be Aleister Black.
You just got your ass whooped by Damian Priest, and now no, but the guy didn't have the physique to be an Aleister Black. I knew right away it wasn't.
Could have been Jericho.
Ooh, that would have been spicy.
Jericho and Cody running it back, right?
Yeah. But going back to you saying people being happy for Drew, I mean, who wouldn't be? As a fan or as a friend or as a colleague, you know, Drew, he's worked hard and he deserves the title. And, you know, he carried it at a time when it was shitty. It was COVID. He won. He never got his big WrestleMania moment in front of the fans. So this is great for him to do it in Europe. I feel like he kind of got it somehow, right? But
I will always be sour about Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns and somewhere in Europe, I think it was Wales, for the Undisputed WWE Championship. And that's when Solo made his main roster debut and Roman retained. And I was just like, nah, poor Drew. And I remember like even after the show, I could get like a football player or maybe like a boxer from over there or something come in the ring and like sing a song with them and everyone sang along. It's like, I'm like, you lost, dude. This is like Lex Luger in 1993 beating Yokozuna by count out and everyone coming out there and putting you on the shoulders. Like you didn't win the title, bro. Like,
but looking back, it worked out because you needed Roman Reigns to be.
I will die on the hill till this day that Roman Reigns didn't need both belts.
No, he needed
They could have done a loophole. No, they could have done a loophole. They just ended up creating another belt by the end of the year anyways because they put both belts on Roman. He didn't need both belts.
I can't. Okay, so Drew's belt is called the WWE Universal World Championship.
No, just the WWE Championship. It's just the Undisputed. It's undisputed because it is the two titles, but it's just the WWE. It is the OG WWE Championship. That's what it is.
Okay, all right. And now you brought back the World Championship that someone else had that they made undisputed with the Universal Championship, correct?
No.
Wasn't the Universal Championship and the World title?
We're getting a little off topic here. The World title and the WWE title got unified back. I'm going to go all the way back in 2001 and became the Undisputed title. Then the Undisputed title got moved to SmackDown. Bischoff brought back the World title and gave it to Triple H.
Yeah.
Fast forward like 10 years. Brock Lesnar, Bryan unifies the WWE title in the world. No, Randy Orton unifies the WWE title in the world title. He was carrying them around. Bryan won them. This person, Cena won them. Then Brock won it. And then when Brock won it, they unified into one undisputed title. The world title was gone. Then, or I think when Cena won it, they did it while Cena was still champion. No, but Brock had both belts at one point. I remember
he did.
So Brock got the one title, and then they introduced the Universal title when the brand split happened in 2016. So 2014 unified the titles. 2015 they unified the titles. By 2016 they're like, oh, we have two different brands again. Universal title, the one that Finn Balor won, that ran all the way up until Roman's initial reign was with the Universal title. It wasn't with the WWE Championship. It was with the Universal title.
It sucks so that Cody couldn't carry both belts. It would have been nice for Cody to take both and then maybe change the title.
And then Brock and Roman had the match at Mania for both belts. So it wasn't even a unification thing. It was just for both belts, which was okay, whatever. Like, that's why I was like, okay, Roman could have defended the one belt against Drew and not the other one or something.
No,
his reign would have been just as long as he kept the Universal. He wasn't the WWE champion as long as he was the Universal champion. His reign's long because of the Universal. It wasn't the WWE title. That reign was shorter. It was still like 2 years, but the Universal was like 4 years or whatever it was, right?
Yeah, when he was double champion.
Then they unified those two titles when Roman had them and eventually just made that gold title but then it was
bringing out 3 belts.
Yeah, and then it was a WWE Universal title. Then it was like, this title represents both. Like, this is just as bad as AEW. This title represents both titles. And then in that time, because he had both world titles, they created the world title that Seth Rollins won. And now we're back having a world title and a WWE title. So I always think that the lineage of the world title should still be the lineage connected to the old world title. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. So Drew is the old title.
He is the WWE champion. He is holding the title that basically Buddy Rogers, Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, that belt is what he's holding. It still has the same lineage. It just has a bunch of titles that got sucked into it that also came back and got sucked back into it. It's like a vortex little black hole that sucks in titles and lets them go. I don't know. Anyways, Drew's champ, and that's great. Do you feel like, so you also asked me when it happened to you, like, oh, wait a minute, why is Jacob mad at Drew? And we had to remember that before Jacob left, the last thing he did is he got mysteriously attacked.
Yeah.
Right? He got mysteriously attacked. We don't know who attacked him. Obviously, he was kind of feuding with Drew prior to that. They kind of had like promos against each other or whatnot. And he kind of had this, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure like Cody was like either set to defend his title against Jacob, but Jacob was like gonna be in a number one contenders match or something for the title, but then he got attacked.
Mm-hmm.
What they didn't fully clarify, like from what it looked like if you watch the show, it's like, oh, Drew attacked Jacob, that's why Jacob came out to attack Drew.
Yes,
but
Jacob figured it out.
No, but I also question, like, what if Jacob doesn't know either and it might still be Cody?
Could that be his heel turn?
That's
it's
what
too
I'm
early.
say.
It's too early, though. I think it's too early to turn him heel. You don't need him to turn him heel.
I feel like it'd have to be a slow burn thing, like Stone Cold getting run over by a car and then trying to figure out who ran him over.
You've already got a few other guys that are top heels, so I don't think you need to add Cody into the mix yet. I don't think wrestling's to that point where it's getting stale. So, and plus, WrestleMania season's upon us. They're going to create some big matches.
I think it'll probably happen post WrestleMania, if anything, though.
Yeah, and it'll be a big moment, just like anything else. Or they just do what they did with us with Cena, just never do it. I don't see Cody turning heel for a long time.
It's going to be a minute.
In my opinion.
It's going to be when the fans actually start turning on him, though.
Yeah,
and I feel like if they kept the belt on him, they would have turned him. I think him losing the belt keeps him in the good graces of like, now those fans are like, we can't wait for him to win it back. Because even like on social media, I see people being like, oh, this sucks that Cody lost. Like, he needs to get it back. Da, da, da. And I'm like, that's what you want. The worst is when a guy's a champion, he just keeps winning. And there's like, you can't really root for him. He doesn't face any adversity. There's no challenges or anything for him to overcome, you know?
And plus his theme song is way too over. Who doesn't want to go to a show and
that doesn't
do
matter.
The whole arm spread with them?
Roman's theme song was over while I was a heel. People sing Becky's song. Jericho's a bad guy. They'll sing the song with the music off. It just, nobody cares.
Yeah,
wrestling now is like people want to go there and participate wherever they can anyways. They'll hate him and still do the whoa.
But him turning heel to me doesn't make sense yet.
Seth was a bad guy for half of last year and people were still like, whoa.
Yeah, but he's still a bad guy. People still boo him.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's sing the sing song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Well, if the catchphrases work, they work.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do think Cody eventually will have to turn heel. I think everybody and their mom, and then maybe I'm just stuck in the internet bubble. I don't know about like the fans that just go to shows that don't really care about what the internet's saying, but everybody wants Homelander Cody. And it's more going to be a situation of, I don't think he turns heel based off of, I don't think it's going to be like he attacked Jacob or some sort of cowardness heel. I think it's going to be like losing his mind, downfall,
attacking somebody
type of heel. Yeah.
Turning on his buddy, beating up Sammy or Kevin.
Like, like some sort of like jealousy, it should be me, not you type of like crashing out heel turn, you know?
No, I agree. But this sets up WrestleMania, which I'm excited for. So, I mean, he doesn't need to win the Rumble anymore.
Cody or Drew?
Cody. I think he's going to be in the Rumble.
I actually genuinely forgot that Cody won 2 Rumbles back to back.
Yeah, so he's not going to win the Rumble. And I think they're finally going to put someone in the main event. Or I don't know if he'll get into the main event or not. Yeah. But there'll be 2 different champions going in that aren't. Or maybe CM Punk will still carry his title.
I don't know what's going on that side. I don't think Drew's walking into WrestleMania as champion. You think Drew's walking into WrestleMania as champion?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think he takes it there.
I think we have Saturday night's main event. We have Elimination Chamber. I think we have enough. Because that's always my thing, right? Like even when Cody was feuding KO last year, I was like, oh, KO could like beat Cody at Saturday night's main event. Cody could have won it back in the ladder match at the Rumble. And that would have been totally okay.
Now, what if... just hypothetically, it could happen, new year, 2026, every month they bring in a new world champion. Or every couple of months they change up the title. What if Sammy wins the next title? I think Sammy, he's going to get a shot.
Rumble's in Saudi. That's why some people think it's going to be Sammy versus Drew.
Yeah.
in this tournament. That's
we're in
happening.
January, so I guess
Yeah.
maybe they keep switching it up this year.
We looked at the tournament. What is it? Miz versus Randy Orton, Damian Priest and Solo Sikoa, who are two people I immediately don't think are going to go for the title at Royal Rumble.
Damien can.
I almost said Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona had Trick Williams, and I haven't called him Zack Ryder in like so long, like that, like just because he's back in WWE. I'm like Zack Ryder, but Trick Williams, Matt Cardona and Trick Williams, and then Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn, which will be a banger. Oh, they wrestled for the US title.
Priest. Why not
Ilya
Damian
beat
Priest?
Sami. That's crazy.
Right?
You think it's gonna be Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre?
Well, I forgot that he's in
Rumble?
the tournament. I still no. I'm gonna say Sami Zayn is option number 1, and if there's an option number 2, I'm going Damian
It's
Priest.
in Saudi. I think it's gonna be Sami.
Yeah,
I think you hold out on Cody and Randy for Mania if that's the case. And then I don't think Ilya's there yet. I don't know what Damian Priest is going to do. Solo has beef with the Wyatt Six. That's probably what's going to cost him the match. And
I think the Wyatt Six are done. They were staring at that lamp and looking confused, not knowing what to do anymore.
yeah, because Solo stole the lamp, so they're going to come after him. It's like when people used to steal the Undertaker's urn. I'm not saying that Matt Cardona and Trick Williams won't have world title shots by the end of this year. I just don't think it's going to happen yet. I think it's post WrestleMania. You might get an angle where Matt Cardona gets a title shot or Trick gets a title shot like in the summer or something, but I feel like it's too early to say so. But other than that, yeah, no, I think I'm happy Drew's champion. I'm hyped that Jacob's back. I do think Jacob's I think, and that's the thing too, like I don't know, like does Jacob get a world title shot at some point here? Is it Jacob maybe getting a title shot at Saturday Night's main event before the Royal Rumble? Because obviously this tournament's 4 matches and the 4 people wrestle each other at Saturday Night's main event, a fatal 4-way to name the new number 1 contender. So like, does someone get a title shot at that show? Is it Cody getting a rematch? Is it Jacob getting a match?
Cody
Is it a
feuds with
triple
Jacob
threat?
that too now, right? That could be
Do you
an
think
option
it's
as well.
Cody feuds with Jacob before Jacob goes after Drew?
It's tough. Triple threat is
So
what
do
it's
we get
looking
to
like.
the point where Cody wrestles Jacob at Saturday Night's main event? Cody gets a belt back at Elimination Chamber. Drew and Jacob's a match at WrestleMania. And Cody Orton at WrestleMania. That's my prediction.
Everything's up in the air right now. It's so hard to predict.
I know.
We're
That's
Drew winning
fun
the world
part.
title, and that's the best part right now.
Yeah,
haven't been
I
this
don't even know
excited
who's
for
going to win the
Rumble in a
Rumble.
long time.
I still have no idea who's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
The last year they swerved us so hard with Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That I don't even want to make a prediction.
Yeah. We thought Cena was going to win it.
Some people thought Cena,
right?
Punk,
Fine. If you had to pick one, who
Cena,
you got?
Punk, Roman, Seth were all in the Rumble.
So
and
throw it up
nobody
there.
knew. It's too early to tell though. I actually don't know.
Pick
Like
one.
I can sit here and say Randy Orton because I think it should be Randy Cody. Maybe it's Cody, and I don't know. Because you gotta remember, those Rumbles is gonna be someone that gets a title shot, and then probably Chamber is gonna crown someone else to get a title shot.
I'm going to say Brock Lesnar wins Royal Rumble.
I think Gunther wins. We get Gunther Punk.
Pretty good picks. Yeah, I see Brock Lesnar
Maybe
coming
it's
back
Braun
to win.
Breaker, and Braun Breaker gets crowned at Mania instead.
No, too early.
Why not? Why is
early.
it too early for Braun Breaker?
Just this.
It's not too early for Braun
It is.
Breaker.
There's going to be too much happening. I mean, maybe Seth returns. Oh, just screw
I
him.
don't know if Seth's going to return before Mania this year, unfortunately.
Well, he might if the Bears win the Super Bowl. He might be excited.
Just by like magically heal.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Raw. Let's talk about Raw. This is what a Braun Breaker. Let's talk about the fact they were also still in the UK. I believe they had a hell of a show as well, aired early. Felt like all these UK shows feel like PLEs because of the crowd. I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be fully transparent. Might not have been the most interesting Monday Night Raw overall. Kind of cool things happened, but it wasn't as hyped as like last week. I think we've been spoiled with like title matches and this and that for the last few weeks.
So
So
it's
it
a
definitely
premiere, right? Raw premiere, season 2 premiere on Netflix. So you know they were going to make it a banger.
Yeah. So that being said, there was obviously the idea, like it was teased at Survivor Series, and it's been teased before that like we might be getting Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania, like Roman Cody 3, which, you know, even back then when I think we even did this show in November after Survivor Series, I'm like, it'd be too soon for that. It's being reported now that plans have possibly changed and it might actually end up being a triple threat instead of a singles match between Cody and Roman, which would break it away from it being the same match 3 times, but a little bit different. How do you feel about that? If it's Drew versus Cody versus Roman?
I know there was reports circulating online about that, but I never bought into it just because that match is going to happen, Cody versus Roman for the world title, but it's going to happen in Saudi. I never saw it happening in Vegas because the biggest show of the year next year, right, in 2027 is out there. And I think that's the match they want to see. So
I just don't know if Roman needs to be involved in this at all then.
In this story,
you did say, and I forget where you said you'd be interested in a triple threat or a fatal four-way instead of just a singles match.
Yeah. I would love to see a world title triple threat match or a fatal four, more, wrestlers in there, because this year you could do that. There's so many wrestlers, so much talent out there that a fatal four triple threat would be more meaningful, right? I mean, look at the match we had last year. Or was it last year? Yeah, Punk, Seth, and Roman.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, there's no title on the line, and we loved it. Right?
That's great.
Imagine having a title on the line.
That being said, there's no title on the line, and we loved it.
Yeah.
Roman is popular as hell. Whoever Roman works with is gonna get a rub. Shouldn't Roman just be working someone that could use this? Like, shouldn't Roman, like, the last thing I really remember Roman doing is beefing with the Vision and Bronson Reed. Like, shouldn't it maybe be like, hey, let's do Roman versus Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. Let's do Roman versus Bronson Reed at WrestleMania. Hey, let's really try to elevate Austin Theory and give him, you know what I'm trying to say? Because Roman's able to, like, he doesn't necessarily need to be in the title picture. Like, I like Roman right now, but I think I've also really liked Roman not being the champion. He's getting to that point where, like, it's like I like Brock Lesnar, but I never care for Brock Lesnar being the champion.
Brock Lesnar, yes. Roman without a title, to me, just feels a bit naked.
I'm not saying he's never not going to win the title again. He will. Yeah. And he should. We're getting into a phase in wrestling where it's like, that's cool. WWE's relying, and I talked about this a lot on here weeks ago, like the one difference between WWE and AEW is that WWE has stars, and they're relying on the stars.
A lot of stars
established, and they're big names. You still got to build for the future, and you got to use these stars of today to build for the future. I think they're doing that with WrestleMania, right? Yeah, it doesn't. But this is the thing: WrestleMania is WrestleMania. Let me tell you something about WrestleMania. People will buy WrestleMania tickets before they even know the card. WrestleMania is going to be okay.
Of course.
It's going to be okay. They can put anything on there and it's going to be okay. Most of the time, if I asked you right now, what was on the undercard of WrestleMania, the one in Dallas in 2022, what was on the undercard besides the main events, Brock and Roman and whatnot, and Cody Rhodes returning? Like, what was actually else on that card? You know, people don't remember. WrestleMania is WrestleMania. It's the spectacle that you go there for. It's not for the card. It's the main events and the spectacle, you know? So it's going to do regardless. So, like, whether Roman's in the main event or not in the main event, he's Roman Reigns, and I feel like him working a Braun Breaker, hell, him working an angle with Aleister Black would probably help Aleister Black more so than whatever Aleister just did with Damian. Like, you can use Roman as a utility player instead of going to the well too many times and be like, let's give them Roman and Cody again in some fashion, which, to your point, I will fully agree with you. It does sound like something Saudi would want.
It's definitely what they want. They're going to pay for their WrestleMania.
That's more of a money situation where if they want something, they're going to get it. So, like,
they're going to pay for their main event and what the crowd wants. They don't care for storytelling there. They're going to be like Triple H and Nick Khan, you guys bring us this and we will pay you this.
And I'm sure Vegas is the same and the States are the same, but I feel like it's less as... like, they want some control than it is over there. Like, there, they might be like, no, we want WrestleMania and we want Roman versus Cody again. Like,
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels came out of retirement for these guys.
I don't remember that. That is, I have no recollection of Shawn Michaels ever coming out of retirement. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I think you, like, was that like a dream or something you had?
It might have been, man. It might have been a dream.
But yeah, let's talk about Raw. Let's talk about Braun Breaker, Raw, and all the stuff happening over there. Still in Europe, hot crowd. Obviously, European crowd loves to chant, sing. It's their football culture over there to do so and being loud and proud and all. And I want to say, like, oh yeah, they're hungry for shows because they don't get them that much. But I feel like that era is past. They've been getting shows once a year, multiple times. They're over there doing stuff, big events and stuff. I think WWE's done a really good job of making sure to open up to new markets and stuff like that around the world. Then same with AEW. They've done great at that too. They've been over there and a lot. And I mean, can't disregard the all-ins and all that. But that being said, in Europe, felt like a big show, mainly because the old school belief of like the crowd can make any show better. And this was an okay show with a great crowd. So it made it feel better.
You tuned in for the crowd for this show.
No, I tuned in to see what happened because last week was great and we've been spoiled with championship matches and great stuff happening. Not that
I don't think it'll
anything
live up
bad
to
happened on this show.
week's
Like
hype,
this
though.
bad wasn't like, pardon?
I said I never once believed that this show would live up to the hype of last week's show. Like, there's just no way. I just knew it was going to go back to normal Raw.
And it felt like a normal Raw, which is fine. There was nothing bad with it. It just nothing. There's no title changes. Nothing spectacular happened. There was a couple of storylines that progressed. There was some like cool, I didn't see this coming moments. Well, we're gonna touch on and whatnot, but it was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. And the main eventer was something they've been building for weeks. Something I thought that would happen later in the year, and that's AJ Styles and Gunther had their match. How did you feel about Styles and Gunther?
I never saw the tap, so Gunther won that match clean. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's creative how they did it too, where like the original angle that they showed us, you couldn't see the tap. And then they showed us a replay of the other side. We're like, oh, look, on the other side of his body, he tapped to confuse AJ while the ref was on the other side. Like, very creatively done. I thought that was different. I don't know if
we've never not seen that on TV, right? Like, usually you'll get a glimpse of the guy tapping, but we didn't see it until there was a replay.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe that happened with Brock and Taker in 2015. I'm not 100% sure. My brain's telling me it did, but that all being said, and I think Brock like actually tapped, but then the ref didn't see it. And
I think that might have a little bit,
might have been a thing. But that all being, or like something happened. That's all I remember. That seems similar to this, but otherwise it was pretty fresh. It's not something we see all the time.
Yeah. So it was good, right? But I think they're squashing this now, so everyone's now waiting for that Gunther AJ match because of.
I still think it's going to happen by the end of the year. I think this prolongs. Should Gunther be low-key tapping? Like, does this like...
Not at all.
Or do you think this was like a Gunther being the ring general, manipulating the situation, being like, oh, I know the refs on that side. I'm going to tap on this side.
That would be a pretty good story.
And I'm going to confuse
if he
AJ.
does,
and I'm going to confuse
like
AJ
that guy
Styles.
where he knows the exact spots of how to, manipulate these matches, that would be a pretty good character sell. But I don't like him tapping.
Yeah, I mean, because it's been a hard reconstruction of Gunther since he tapped to Jey Uso.
Yeah, we got to get over that. Now you just you got him to tap again. Like, we were finally forgetting that he tapped and he beat John Cena. And now this whole thing is going to be about, oh, look, Gunther, like, he can't deal with submissions. Just put him in a submission hold, and that's the best way to beat him, right? Because you can't pin the guy. You got to make this guy tap. Which is
crazy to think of, like, his characters like,
that doesn't work for me, man.
I can tap out. Try to make me tap out.
Yeah, but you'll never beat me in a fight, but I'll quit.
Yeah, and like the people he has tapped out, like, who has he lost to? He lost to Sammy by pin.
Yeah, Jey Uso.
He doesn't lose a lot. He's lost to Jey Uso. He lost to Punk clean.
That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe a count out?
No, he's lost in other ways too, and I know he's lost a ton of NXT here and there against guys, but just like on the main roster, like it's like I don't want to see him tapping. I'd rather him lose by pinfall than tapping. I'd rather be like he kicks out right after 3.
I wanted to see Dragunov versus Gunther, and down the road, and Gunther just on a tear. That would have been nice.
It's bound to happen. Where do you see AJ going from here? Is this like a thing that continues with Gunther? Is it AJ and Gunther at WrestleMania? Like is this like, where do you see
it? Seems so far away, but it's not, right? It's only like 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months away. I don't think this prolongs into WrestleMania. That's too long of a story to tell with AJ and Gunther. I think it ends. I don't know. Maybe it can end at Chamber.
They try to make a lot of things big deals. Like the Saturday main events feel like big deals. Like we just said about SmackDown. Like they made a title change happen on SmackDown 3 stages out. They might just make a show that's 4 and somewhere like that's a tough one. What WWE is like. Any other show could be a big deal. We've seen title changes for like 2 weeks.
Now that I think about the
John
Rumble,
Cena retired on a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
And we don't even know when they're gonna pop out. Sometimes we'll just be chilling like, in 2 weeks, Saturday's main event. I'm like, oh, okay.
You'll message me like, oh, you're gonna watch Saturday night main event? What the hell? It's on today? I have no clue, right?
It pops up.
It's like the AEW approach. There's a pay-per-view on random
Maybe
Saturday.
they have a rematch on Saturday's main event down the road.
But
we'll find
now
out.
that I kind of think about what you said about the Rumble predictions, I think the winner will challenge for the world title, and then the WWE Championship is going to be some type of a triple threat fatal four.
Going back to the rumors of the triple threat, like that's going to come together off of drama, chamber, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever Punk ends up facing, if Punk is the champion by WrestleMania, because anything can happen, then like that's a title the person's going to challenge for. And that's what I think it's going to be, a Bron Breakker. It's going to be a Gunther. It's going to be somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
Bron.
AJ's last year, I'd be down for AJ versus Punk or WrestleMania. But once again, like, I don't know if there's enough meat on that bone. But with Bron, I think you have to give Bron his moment. Listen, Brock Lesnar came in 2002 and beat The Rock by SummerSlam and continued to be a big star, even though he left for like 6-7 years. Like, it's okay to like put the rocket on somebody, strap him up, and
it's going to be hard for
swim.
Bron to win anytime soon because right now he's suspended indefinitely and we don't know when he's returning.
I mean, he did the whole Vader Gorilla Monsoon thing and just attacked Adam Pearce and like looked like he was going to try to kill him unless his crew stopped him. And Paul Heyman's great acting about
oh my God. What if he's lost his opportunity to get into the Rumble?
I don't think so. I think his coming back will be the Rumble, to be honest. I think we don't see Bron till the
number
Rumble.
30, Bron
That'd
Breakker?
be pretty cool. Yeah, like Paul Heyman works some sort. Like we'll see Paul Heyman,
ladies and gentlemen,
walking into Adam Pearce's office and like trying to negotiate something, and then Bron gets back in the Rumble or something.
We'll see. We're only a couple weeks away from the Rumble though? No.
Because what was it? It was Austin Theory and Bronson Reed versus Penta and Dragon Lee. The match ended in DQ because Braun came out and just speared Penta in the IRA.
Shit out of these guys.
Then he just kept spearing them.
That was, to me, Braun's second best spear of all time. I was going to say number one, but right now I just remember the ISO Speed guys' spear.
He speared someone else in the aisle. I think was it El Grande Americano? He speared somebody else.
But this spear was just, who's it? He speared Dragon Lee Ray first when he came out?
Penta, I think, first outside.
No, Penta was in the ring. It was Dragon Lee. So when he speared Dragon Lee slid back after he got speared. So to me, it was, I guess, the second greatest spear he's ever done. Maybe the greatest during the ramp, but
and
the Rumble one is number one.
And then obviously he would not stop and got into it with Adam Pearce, started pulling Adam Pearce by the collar and basically threatening to kick his ass until he was pulled off. And
that was good. That was a good segment. It was
you needed something, and I think also like you can't just like have Braun get a world title shot, lose it, and then just continue to be on TV. Like I think we needed a break from him to like come back and be like, okay, let's go after this title. Let's do it. Let's redeem yourself.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like as big of a loser now.
Yeah,
in terms of him,
I don't know where Ray is or where Ray disappeared to, but it seems like we're gonna get.
Didn't Ray retire?
No, he didn't. It seems like we're gonna get Javon, Dragon Lee, and Penta working together against the rest of the division. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, and that's Logan, Austin, and Bronson Reed. Yeah. But then also the Americanos have been beefing with Javon, so I don't know.
They got some new looks. There's
Rayo and Bravo.
Yeah, new looks.
But I'm intrigued to see
Pete Dunne and who's the other guy?
Why do you think Braun can't win the Rumble?
There's so many other guys. He's not on my radar for him to win the Rumble. I just don't see it.
Who do you think's you make a prediction? Because I can't make a prediction. Who do you think's
I already said Brock Lesnar.
You think Brock Lesnar's to do what?
To win the Rumble.
To face Punk?
Where's the Rumble this year?
Saudi.
What do the fans want to see?
Bron Breakker.
No. Main eventers, and that's Brock Lesnar.
I'm like not against Brock Lesnar versus Punk at WrestleMania. I actually am not. But I don't know.
But if Brock wins, then he might go after Drew. And then CM Punk's title could be a fatal. The last thing we need
is any intersection between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And I like it. It's cool. Like that moment at Survivor Series was super cool when Roman came out and Brock. But like we've done enough Brock and Roman since 2015. But it draws money, I guess. I don't know. Kids think it's insane. They think it's the Avengers clashing. Oh my God. I'm just, as an adult, over it. Like, it's okay. I've seen enough Brock and Roman in my lifetime.
I've never
it's
seen
crazy because you got to remember like, some of these kids are like 8 years old in 2015 and now they're like in their late teenager years and this is their
I'm the
Rock
guy that
Austin.
buys into the corporate hype. I can do Brock, Roman every second pay-per-view. I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, this is what you suck at.
I have no problem with that.
Another shocking big, like, I wouldn't say shocking, but it's like, okay, we're in a situation again where it's like, I'm happy Finn stepped up to Punk. I understand why they're doing it because they're in Ireland next week for Raw, in Belfast.
Yeah.
Kind of home turf advantage. I know he's not necessarily from there, but like home turf, home country.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so Canada, you could be from like, you could be the Toronto Raptors, and all of Canada's cheering for you because it's the only team we have. But like, that being said, that's Finn Balor, and he challenges Punk, and he says, you know, you mentioned that I was one of the people you wanted to face when you won this title, and Punk kind of threw a "Where have you been?" like shining Liv Morgan's shoes, like what have you been doing? And you did have to get kind of the motivation from Liv Morgan to like, hey, like Dom's injured, JD's injured. You said you're gonna hold it down for the Judgment Day, and you're like back here playing video games. Like, what are you doing? Like, the women are running the show right now. You know, we had Raquel beating up Stephanie, and we'll talk about Liv and Roxanne in a minute. But you know, the rest of the Judgment Day is doing their part, but Finn's is back there, you know, playing 2K. So he comes out there, he challenges Punk, and Punk's all like, you know, let's do this tonight, you know, with Punk ready to go. And Finn, you know, suggests they do it next week. Do you see Finn winning the title? Do you see this being a longer thing? Do you think this is just like a speed bump along the road to WrestleMania? Like,
so if you listen to our previous podcasts and other channels that we run, I always talk about how big a fan I am of Finn Balor. He should have been a champion multiple times, should have been in title pictures multiple times. Because of what happened with Drew and Cody, I'm going to say there's about 85% chance that Finn Balor becomes world champion. I'm going to give him the edge. I actually am.
because it's the same thing. He could win it and lose it.
That's why I'm going to go with 85% chance as a betting man that Finn Balor wins the world title.
Like, imagine...
Because they did it for Drew, why not do it for Finn?
Like, imagine a Dom or a JD just magically returns and help Finn win, you know?
That'd be awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, like, Punk right now, at this very particular time, if Bron stepped away for a minute, there is, and that's what Punk's initial promo was when he came out there, was, okay, I got through Bron, I dealt with that situation, I'm open to challengers. I'm ready for whatever's next. That's what he said right before Finn's music hit. There really isn't a direction for Punk at this particular moment. Maybe they have the plan for WrestleMania set in stone, but once again, I think people are always like, oh, it's January. Let's talk about WrestleMania. We still have 2 months to go.
Yeah.
Like
almost
January,
3,
February,
right?
March, 3 months to go until we get there.
No, WrestleMania
right?
April.
In April. We have 3 months. Everyone just goes, well, it's December. Let's talk about WrestleMania. Like, no, we got 3 months of storytelling.
Happy New Year. What's happening at Mania, right?
Yeah. 3 months of storytelling we can do till we get there. And to be fair, unless Punk continues the Vision stuff, he's got nothing going on right now.
Yeah, I think the Vision is stepping away from Punk temporarily.
Yeah.
And Adam Pearce is their main focus. So Finn,
and the Luchadors and the Dragon Lees and the Pentas and the Rays.
Like you said with Cody, let Punk lose. Punk having a title means nothing. Him being a champion mean nothing, but
yeah,
Punk is still Punk. And
he's always Punk. That's a Punk.
And you know, as much as we fight about who's our favorite, Punk is still enjoyable to watch regardless of whatever situation he's in, right?
Yeah.
Right? Regardless of whatever situation he's in. So Finn getting the title, and then maybe Raquel getting a title, and then Roxanne and Liv getting titles, Dom having a title. I want to see Judgment Day carry all the titles and then run the show.
And I posted that picture on Facebook yesterday of like them all happy. Everybody, and I didn't realize JD wasn't in the picture, so like my bad.
JD's
but everybody was holding a bell, right? Because right now you have Raquel going after the women's title.
Yeah.
You have Liv and Roxanne up for the tag titles, which I do feel, EO did just win them, so I don't know. But like maybe by March, they have all the titles for like a couple of weeks or something, you know? Like, I'm down with
it's temporary.
It's long overdue for Finn. Like, you need to reestablish that Finn is like an important
Did he
player.
ever win a world title ever again?
He won the Universal, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
I remember
wild to even think about
when he feuded Roman during Roman's reign of the bloodline,
and
he was a demon, and he fell off the top
Yeah.
rope that broke out of nowhere. That was never explained. Like people thought he should win then. Then when he started beefing with Seth over the world title, they're like, "F it, let Seth drop the belt for him for a bit." They just never put the strap on this guy.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This guy, that's what I mean. He should have multiple world title reigns.
And I think it's fitting, and I'm just gonna like crystal ball this for a second. if there's a season 3 of Unreal and they want to follow someone's journey, the fact that Finn is getting this little mini push thing right after just being on Cody's podcast, which is a WWE podcast, which reminded a lot of people that like, yo, Finn is an OG and Finn has helped a lot of people in the industry. Finn did start the Bullet Club and start that boom. Like, they've given this guy his flowers a little bit on that thing. It kind of reminded people like, oh yeah, like Finn was like a top guy at one point.
Yeah,
that for some reason isn't a top guy right now, and I'm sure he's getting paid fat and he's happy with it. But I want him to win the world title again. It sucks for me to say that. Like, if you asked me in 2016, 17, 18, like, I was a big Finn Balor fan. And it's not that I'm not a fan of him. I'm not as big of a fan of him anymore because he hasn't had a moment like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I've always vouched for him to be a world champion more than once. And I would love for him to beat CM Punk and carry that title. And I think his mic work is so good. His in-ring ability is unbelievable. And like you just mentioned, he's an OG. He's been here for a while. So Drew finally got his moment. Now give it a Finn.
And if Punk is in that stage of his career where he just wants to give back and work with guys like Bronson and work with guys like Bron and work with guys like Gunther and make them look good and whatever.
And work with TKO, collect his money.
It would be a very nice thing for him to be the one to put over Finn and give him, like.
Yeah. And
once again, even if it's with cheating and BS and Judgment Day chaos and him even winning it back before Mania, whatever.
And this is selfish me talking too. The reason I also want him to lose to Finn is I want to see all the top meme guys in the Rumble. I want to see Punk in there. I want to see Brock. I want to see Roman.
Fun. That's what made last year's Rumble so much fun.
Yeah, I want to see Cody because, I hate it when it comes down to, before the Rumble starts. You think maybe 2 or 3 guys are going to win. That's it.
Like 1 or 2 believable winners.
That's it. That's believable. Yeah. Now, if Finn came out in the Rumble, we wouldn't believe that Finn's going to win the Rumble. But now, Finn fighting Punk for the world title, that's believable. In his hometown.
If Finn and Drew are the champions while the Rumble is happening, those are 2 guys that you might not even have thought were going to win the Rumble and they're champions, and then everyone else in. Like, that's, I see that.
Finn's overdue. And Finn's overdue. He needs his title.
You know what we didn't talk about really quickly before I transitioned to Roxanne Liv anyways, is like, do you have any early predictions for the Women's Rumble?
I'm going to say Bianca returns and wins the Rumble.
I know. I think that's what I predicted last time. But now I'm kind of on this ship of like, okay, Raquel could win the belt.
Yeah.
And then they could do a thing where like Raquel wins the belt because Stephanie's still hurt. But then Stephanie goes and wins the Rumble because they love Stephanie right now. It could be a situation
crazy twist that you would love. AJ Lee wins the Rumble.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
To challenge Becky for the Intercontinental title. No, another one, and this is just like a fan favorite one. So this is more just kind of like, I wouldn't even call it a rumor, but like, the fans want this is because she's been runner-up so many times. Is like Liv wins the Rumble and is somehow in some sort of paradox of like
Raquel and
challenging Raquel or not. But then I feel like they put too much sauce in on.
But that storyline's been done, right?
But it could be Stephanie versus Raquel versus Liv in a triple threat or something. I don't know.
I'd be interested in Liv winning, but that storyline's been done, right? With Damage Control. It was pretty recent, so.
Yeah, but Judgment Day is like OG. Judgment Day has been around since 2022, man. Like, it's like
We thought it was going to fail 3 weeks in, right?
I said last week that one of the storylines I think is going to play out this year the hardest is the Judgment Day's implosion. Let them get to the tippy top again at the beginning of this year, and by the end, let them just implode. And
it may not happen if Finn wins the world title.
No, that's the thing. No, let it be. No, but that's the beginning of the year. They have to reach a top before they fall.
Yeah.
So let him win the world title and stuff. Let him be at the top. And then by summertime, let the pieces start. Because like we said, the biggest problem with the Judgment Day now and what might end up being the biggest issue is the women in the group.
So your take then is you've got Liv Morgan winning?
I think the fan favorite thing is Liv Morgan winning. I think they might do a thing with Stephanie Vaquera just ends up winning.
They
seem to like giving
who's yours?
Stephanie.
Who's yours?
Stephanie. I'm going to say Stephanie.
Okay, so Stephanie's going to win.
I
I'm gonna
think
say
that's
Bianca.
this week. Next week it might be different. Fine. I haven't even looked at or even on the
3 months
SmackDown.
away. No, Rumble is 3 weeks away.
Yeah, on the
think,
SmackDown side of things, I do see Bianca being a great one, and I think I made that prediction last week because I see
Jade Cargill
Bianca and Jade
or-
at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
A story that hasn't really been tapped into or really finished. They were tag team champions. They were friends. She came special ref, one match between her and Naomi, and then she disappeared again, right?
But my personal pick, if I wasn't following a script or anything, or
is AJ
you know,
Lee.
me, no, Nia Jax. Nia Jax.
Oh,
I want Nia Jax to win the Rumble.
she's in the tag division right now. Okay, like that's why I don't think Charlotte or Alexa would
She
win.
should be a double champ, tag champ, and a world champion.
Or they could just swerve us and give it to someone like so brand new. Like Jordan Grace wins a Royal Rumble and fights Jade at WrestleMania. Like I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I would tune into that. But it's gonna come down to just a few. I think Bianca, Liv, and depending on who wins a title match between Raquel and Stephanie.
Yeah. But talking about Liv and talking about Roxanne, they won the #1 contenders match on Raw. They defeated Asuka and Kairi, the Kabuki Warriors, and they've defeated Bayley and Lyra, who I actually thought were like the ones that might actually win the match to become the #1 contenders.
They've been losing a lot, those two.
Yeah, and they're a team, and like they keep getting opportunities, but they're not really succeeding. You're not wrong. I don't know. And Liv and Roxanne won the match, and they are now the #1 contenders for the women's title for, I believe it was Saturday night's main event. Again, they're trying to bulk up that card, which is before Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It's true though. Like Liv was a champion, got hurt, she never lost the title. So I'm actually glad she's getting the title shot, right? Like it's her opportunity to redeem herself. It's just also interesting because like Roxanne's the one that stepped in for her and lost the titles for the team.
Yeah,
so
man,
it's
she's
like,
trying to win back titles that she never lost.
with Liv, and it sucks because I want to believe, and this is a weird time in WWE because titles just been flip flopping, like, and I'm not complaining about it
And
because
they're gonna flip flop again at Saturday night's main event.
there's been a lot of complaints about like Triple H loves really long title reigns, especially with the world titles and stuff like that. And it's like maybe he's picking up on that and being like, okay, let's shake things up with these guys. But I still just think like Rhea and Io just won the belts. They still have to go out and face Charlotte and Alexa again at some point. Nia and Lash. I don't know if I see them losing the titles unless all of this just leads to like a multi-woman tag match at WrestleMania or something, or a women's tag team elimination chamber or something. Like,
they're gonna have to drop the titles because you need Rhea and Io as individual wrestlers going into Mania to book matches. That's star power right there.
yeah, but I don't factor them into the women's world title or the WWE champion women's championship.
But you can have a fatal 4, triple threat, ladder match, something.
keep bulk of the tag division. Keep it going.
No, why can't you have like a
Kabuki
6-woman ladder
Warriors.
match for the world title at WrestleMania?
No, a 6-woman tag team ladder match with 6 teams. Like, you know,
No, I
Rhea
think
and Io versus Charlotte and
Rhea
Alexa versus
gets
Lash
played.
versus
There's too
Nia
much
versus
talent.
Liv
There's too
versus
much star
Roxanne.
power right now.
Maybe Liv and Roxanne finally win the titles at WrestleMania. That's what happens.
There's too much star power in the tag team division. They pretty much took all the best women, gave them tag
Yeah,
teams.
because you got to build new stars. Stephanie Vakir.
Rhea needs to go on to WrestleMania and I don't know.
Let
fight
Raquel
for
have a
something
moment.
Meaningful. I don't think the tag titles are meaningful to her.
And people love her and Io together. They think this is the greatest thing to happen since sliced bread.
No, one of them is gonna return.
No, the thing that is always lingering in this story that will one day have to be resolved is till this very day, through NXT and the main roster, Rhea Ripley has never been able to beat Io Sky.
Yeah.
Whether it's a triple threat, a singles match, she's never been able to beat Io Sky. She couldn't beat her so bad that she became like her fake lover on TV.
Yeah, maybe this is all a hoax.
She fell in love with the person she couldn't beat. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's working her way into a match with Io and she's manipulating her the whole time, thinking that we're friends and that's going to be her a way to beat her, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I love you, Io, and then just kick to the face.
Shawn Michaels. Like the big WrestleMania moments Rio versus in a single. Because you got to remember, because you got to think about the women's too, right? They got the tag belts. They got the 2 world titles. There's still an Intercontinental title. There's still a United States title. Will these be featured on WrestleMania? Will they be in prominent spots? Like Becky is still the Intercontinental champion. Becky is a big name.
Titles get defended on the card along with the men's tag team titles. I feel like the men's tag team titles just is always an afterthought.
Who are the tag champions in Raw?
Usos.
Oh yeah, the Usos.
Yeah, that's so bad. See
Yeah,
what I mean?
right. The
They don't
men's
even
tag
show-
division needs help on both shows.
They don't even.
And the Wyatt
show-
Six are still the champions over there.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, they don't even feature or talk
What
about
happened to the
tag
Street
division.
Profits? Where did they go?
They wanted to smoke and they got it. I don't know. They're nothing, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to what I was saying though about the women though. It seems as if Maxine and Becky were running back again next
Yeah.
week or something. I
Yeah,
believe
I
it
can
was.
see
She's
that.
like, I'm gonna make her tap out. I still stand with my point that Becky versus AJ Lee does not need the Intercontinental title involved, and I do think that's where we're still gonna head at, whether it's at WrestleMania or something, because they've not had a singles match yet. They did the tag match with Punk and Seth. They did War Games. Becky has not beat AJ Lee. They haven't had a singles match yet. I feel like that's WrestleMania. It's AJ Lee versus Becky, but it doesn't need the title.
Becky and Charlotte to me are those two women that don't need a title to headline a show or to make their match meaningful. So
Yeah.
Becky is totally cool going into WrestleMania without a title.
So like, are we saying that Maxine beats her again? Because the other thing that makes me mad too is that Maxine, although she beat Ivy now, did not really have a clean, clear-cut finish W over Becky Lynch. It was AJ Lee's interruption. It was count out. It was DQ. Like, if we're really gonna tell this Maxine story, I complained about this last week when Maxine lost the belt. Shouldn't she beat Becky at some point?
Maybe at WrestleMania in a triple threat. Like
With
everything
AJ
else.
Lee? No more trouble. Why do you want everything? You're booking like Paul Heyman and
I want as many
ECW in
wrestlers-
1990.
No,
Triple threat everything.
No, I'm like Tay Long. Today you're gonna go 1-on-1 or a tag team with the
You know, the
Undertaker.
tag team match. Yeah, no, man. It's
No, I mean we're fans of Maxine.
is it weird though?
biased.
Like the women's division is just a little bit more like there's just more depth to it and star power right now than the men's. It feels like.
No, only you think that because you watch more women's wrestling.
No, but it just feels like those characters, like you're right, like Rhea and Io could be pulled out and put in that position. Charlotte and Alexa can be pulled up with somewhere. With the men, like I don't want to see Jey Uso or Jimmy back in the world title picture. I don't feel that way.
Jimmy, yes. Big Jim, yes. I want Big Jim to get a shot, man. He started Yeet.
Yeah, and I mean they're bulking up the men's rosters. You got the Ober Femi videos popping up. You have Javon Evans on Raw. You have Trick, on SmackDown. They're trying to like push a new narrative on SmackDown with Trick Williams and whatnot. Like
We still have LA Knight lost in the mix.
yeah, I don't know where he went either. What was the last thing he did?
I don't know. Maybe he wins the world. Maybe he wins the Rumble.
He probably would. That would be a big pop for him to return at the Rumble.
It fights Punk.
Yeah, because they have some underlying issues too. That's true.
Yeah. Maybe he can fight Punk and he finally gets his moment.
I don't know if they have that much faith in LA Knight like that though. It feels like they're kind of moving with this youth movement. I almost feel like Trick Williams will become the WWE champion.
I think Cena
Before
closed the
LA
chapter,
Knight.
right? Cena took,
Yeah.
not only did Cena retire, I think he took everyone with him, and now WWE's like, well, all right, you guys are all done now.
Like, how many more retirements can we go through?
No.
I mean,
And
all
then,
of
like-
our stars want to retire in the next couple of years.
And then 15 years later, they're going to call this the NXT youth era or something, right? They'll give this a name just like Ruthless Aggression.
So talking about SmackDown and the fact that like Trick's there and he's young and he's up there with like The Miz and Randy Orton. And I saw something on Instagram was like Randy Orton in 2004 had a match against this person. I was like, sometimes you forget just how long Randy Orton's been here for.
Yeah.
Consistently.
No, Trick said that.
Everybody else like leaves for move. No, but I saw it on Instagram. Like this is something that happened.
okay.
Like I think it was like this morning, like on a wrestling historian's Instagram. Like you always on this day this happened or whatever. And I was just like, and I like just saw like an old picture of Randy Orton because like he had the match card of that. And I'm like, holy crap! Like
Yeah, he's been around
I've
for a
been
long
watching
time,
this guy for like most of my life. And then you really put into perspective how cool it is that Trick had this segment with him. And it's a
probably
whole new
watched him growing
generation
up,
coming
right?
in. And it's
Probably
like,
watched him growing up
and like Orton's like, yes, he takes time off and stuff, and he had an injury that took him off for like over a year, but like he's not like the other guys that like left for Hollywood or like CM Punk just dipped for 7 years or like You know, even there's a point where Ray wasn't in the company. Like he left the WWE and he worked the Indies and was on the first All In Chicago before. You know what I mean? Like everybody's kind of left and come back. Besides like Orton and like the Miz, I've just like been here. Like
yeah, those two guys, yeah, they never left. Well, even the Miz has left for Hollywood, but
no, but his was like minor Hollywood. It wasn't like.
Are you saying the Marine movies weren't good?
Are you saying they are good?
I liked them.
But do you actually watch them? That's a real question. That's a real question.
Miz is the second greatest Intercontinental champion of all time.
Who's the first?
Gunther.
That's why you're wrong. There's been so many Intercontinental champions. We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this.
For 2 years, buddy.
All I'm saying is, I feel like everything we talked about today, even with the whole idea of like people, Bron Breakker eventually winning the title. I don't want to say Finn's like a young guy or something, but like I feel like it's okay. Now it's time to establish new stars. This is the year we establish new stars so we can bank on the next 2-3 years because we're seeing Roman last. Cena retired. They really banked on Cena's retirement all of last year. Like, I think this is the year we get. Don't know that they haven't built stars. I feel like Dom's a star. I feel like Bron Breakker's breaking out his own. Bronson Reed's breaking out his own. But this is the year we establish some new big names. And I feel like on that list will be like even Carmelo's the U.S. champion right now. Like,
well, the most important thing right now is we're on the road to WrestleMania. 4 months.
Fucking January. It's effing January.
Hey, man.
It's
my birthday month, all right?
Literally, John Cena retired on December 13th or whatever it was, and everyone's like, all right, WrestleMania.
What does Drake say, right? He goes,
patience. Let them tell stories and be into them. Don't just like jump over everything. Well, this is what's happening at WrestleMania. We have 4 months.
Well, January is a great month, and we start predicting WrestleMania. That's the best.
No, which is normal. That is normal, but it's just like
January is the best month. It's my birthday and it's like, WrestleMania predictions.
It's January. There's probably a Saturday's main event. There'll probably be another Saturday's night's main event in like March before WrestleMania. Like there's an elimination chamber.
No,
like,
they'll have one. Don't they have one every month?
I don't know. I actually don't know the schedule.
Yeah, I think they might have one.
All I know is every once in a while they're like Saturday's event. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
so I'm here for it. Shows
it was
how much
good.
I know.
mean,
shows how much I pay attention.
News obviously of the week is Drew winning the world title. I loved it. It's refreshing. It's new. And Monday Night Raw next week is going to be probably off the hook with Finn Balor being in that title picture. I think the crowd is just going to be wild. We know it's going to be wild, but it's going to be like on roids.
Yeah, and you know, it's smart for them to do this now because, and like Punk even like referenced it in his promo. He was like, anything can happen. Like, look what happened on SmackDown with like that douchebag Drew winning the title type of thing, you know? And it's like, that's a good way to set up this match because just the week before we had just honestly like the past few weeks of title changes. Like I'm not gonna say Rhea and Io was shocking, but like Becky winning it back, Maxine winning it in the first place, Carmelo beating Ilya. Like we've been having like out of nowhere surprise title changes. Like,
well, it's exciting,
possible. It's an exciting time. Exciting time to be a fan.
It is. I'm excited for the Rumble.
When I started the TWC show, that was the first episode.
On its way. The Rumble. It's a good month.
Send us to Saudi, WWE. That being said, that's the end of today's Bell to Bell. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll catch up next week. Catch me on Thursday with Tara. We're doing an interview this Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in and watch that with an independent wrestler who's also a pastor, so it's very interesting. Keep doing the thing. Make sure you guys check out jackpotcitycasino.com. Download the app if you haven't already. Have some fun. Play some slots. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you play smartly, you make some money.
Well, if you play smart, just play Wacky Panda.
Yeah, play Wacky Panda.
That's all you need to
And that also being said, make sure you subscribe to the Wrestling Classic on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Bell to Bell on Instagram. The Bell to Bell Network on YouTube. There's a ton of shows, all sports. Check it out. And yeah, keep doing the thing. We'll see you guys next week with me and Arby.
Peace.